Today we are reviewing Premier Just Yarn Tweed, so please stick around. Hi friends, my name is Claire and this is my channel, Woodshed Theory. Here, I make content about what it is like to live as an adult on the autism spectrum and whatever else feels good to me, like yarn. So if that sounds good to you, or if you're feeling particularly gracious today, and I hope that you are, please go ahead and click the subscribe button. Ring the bell. I almost forgot to mention that I put out videos 3 times a week, which means this is a bonus video. If this is news to you, the Dollar Tree sells Premier yarn now. It's hard sometimes to find all the colors and not every Dollar Tree carries it, but I know for a fact that now they carry this on the Dollar Tree website. So if you wanted to buy a pack of 12, you could go ahead and do that for $12. I do also know that in store, a lot of stores have raised their prices. So your yarn may cost $1.25. So just wanted to see if this was a good value, what it looks like worked up, should you purchase, is there anything else similar to this on the market, etc. First impressions of the Tweed yarn is it's very soft. This is a high quality acrylic. It doesn't feel scratchy at all, and for that I am impressed. Now I believe that this is the Tweed version of the worsted weight yarn from Just Yarn as well. It has 120 yards, 1.94 ounces, 55 grams, 100% acrylic. It is a medium 4 weight and they recommend knitting needle and crochet hook size 5. Also, you can wash it on low and tumble dry on low, which if you make crochet things or yarn things, you know is a great perk because hand washing and lying flat to dry is just the pits. So I purchased this yarn a few weeks ago so I could do a review on it, and I am just getting to it now, but I do know that the yarn, the Tweed, has been out for about a year. This here is in the color Charcoal Tweed, and then for my swatches I also got Denim Tweed. There are also, I believe, 3 other colors. It also comes in the color Gray Tweed, which is a mix of gray and white. Rust Tweed, which is a very pretty rust color with white throughout. And Grayish Tweed, which I would call a khaki or taupe color mixed with white. They did have Grayish Tweed when I was at the store, and I would have purchased it, but they only had 2 skeins and they did not have wrappers, and I just have to uphold my standards. So the first thing I wanted to do is show you how it works up when you crochet and knit with it. I'll go ahead and insert some footage so you can see these samples close up. First sample that I did was in double crochet hook size 5 as recommended. 5 is a good size hook to go with, but you are still getting a little bit of that holy crochet look. So if you don't want those holes, I would definitely size down to a 4.5 or a 4. The fabric itself is very pretty. I can definitely see why they call this denim. It definitely has that stone washed, lived in denim look that a lot of people really like. So I'm a fan of this. The next swatch I did was in half double crochets with a size 7 hook, I believe, possibly 8. I wanted to see what it would look like with a bigger hook size and did like the outcome. It has a better drape with the bigger hook, but what can I say? All of these swatches are going to look very similar. It's not a solid color, but the yarn is just gonna look like one piece of fabric when it's done up. The final crochet swatch that I did was in single crochet with a 4.5 millimeter hook. And because of the light behind me, you can see through it a little bit more, but I will also put in that footage of it with a solid background. It's just gonna be a single crochet look with smaller holes, but I think if you're looking for something tighter, definitely go with the 4 or 4.5. As far as frogging in crochet, I did leave these loose so that I could do that for you. Here it is with the double crochet. Super easy. Here it is with the half double crochet. No resistance at all. Finally, the single crochet. Easy. So I would recommend this because it's a 4 weight. I would absolutely recommend this for beginners if you want your work to look a little bit more interesting, but you're still able to frog it as you go in case you make a mistake. This would be great for a beginner. I knit up a little swatch for you. And this too is in a size 5 knitting needle in stockinette. Kind of hard to see any stitch definition because of the nature of the yarn, but it's still soft. I wear it against my skin and it looks really beautiful. So I like this yarn. Now I'll put a close-up in of what a strand of this yarn looks like on its own. As I mentioned, it is a true 4. So a great weight for anyone who's just starting out with crochet. When you do unravel it, each strand is almost like a candy cane of the blue and the cream twisted together, and then all of the 4 strands are twisted together into one strand of 4 weight yarn. If you're still here, this is where things get a little bit tricky for me. I think that this is a really cool yarn. However, misleading, strange, confusing, and I just wanted to go over why I thought that. This yarn looks heathered to me. It doesn't look like tweed. If you're looking for an affordable heathered yarn, I would definitely go for this. But tweed? I thought it was really odd that they chose the name tweed for this. It doesn't have the flex through it that tweed normally has. So I thought to myself, does Premier offer tweed yarn? And I will put the picture up right here. Yes, they do offer tweed yarn from their website in Premier Basics. They have several tweeds to choose from. So then I thought to myself, okay, well, do they have heathered yarn? So I went on the look for heathered yarn. Well, the answer is they used to have heathered yarn and it's discontinued. Also, they have basically the exact same colors in that discontinued yarn, and it looks exactly the same as the tweed yarn. So I'm not sure if it's a repackage or they discontinued the Premier heathered yarn and then they went on to continue making it and labeled it as the tweed yarn, but I found that very interesting. I'm not going to be able to get my hands on it because it's discontinued, but pretty sure they're the same yarn. Or if not the same, so close. The only thing I will say is their discontinued heathered yarn wasn't anti-pilling, and this is not labeled as anti-pilling. So I would have to do a wash test to see. It is a little bit fuzzy. It looks like it might pill, but again, I'd have to do a wash test to see that. Originally, I did not know that Premier had a heathered yarn, even if it was discontinued. I thought it looked like something I had seen before, so when I was doing some research, I think I found where I had seen this yarn before. Joann's Big Twist Heathered, also in very similar colors. I think they have everyone but the rust color. Also looks exactly the same. If you don't have access to a Dollar Tree, you might want to go with the Joann Heathered. It is on clearance now for around $5. Cost yardage wise, it still is a little bit more expensive than buying from the Dollar Tree, but if you're going for the look and you need the yarn, you could look at that. My final thoughts. I like this yarn. It's super soft, it's very affordable, and it looks beautiful worked up. Would I call it tweed? No. I'm not sure if perhaps Premier can't use the name heathered for this because they already had a heathered yarn, or it's possible that only Joann's can have heathered yarn. I don't think that that could be the case either. So I'm not exactly sure why they called this tweed. Any ideas, please let me know down in the comments, especially when they have tweed yarn that is a traditional tweed yarn. But if you're going for a heathered look, I would definitely buy this. 10 out of 10 recommend. The colors are beautiful. The rust one, I think I'm gonna order 12 of those and make myself a sweater because in the fall, that would look so beautiful. So I definitely like the yarn. I'm just confused about the name. Premier, do you watch YouTube? Can you let me know? Beautiful yarn. Is it just your anti-pilling heathered yarn that you discontinued? Why didn't you call it heathered? Also, please feel free to put out actual tweed yarn in the Dollar Tree because we'll all buy it. We love your yarn. All right, everyone. Well, that's everything I had for today. I hope that you liked the review. Again, I really like Premier yarns. Just a little confused on the name. What do you think? Do you think this is a tweed yarn? Do you think it's just a heathered yarn? What color would you pick if you were going to get the yarn? I would love to know. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!